In the highly anticipated 10th installment of the adrenaline-fueled action franchise, Fast X, Dominic Toretto, Vin Diesel, and his crew find themselves facing their greatest challenge yet. In 2011, Fast X takes us on an intense ride as Dante Reyes, the vengeful son of notorious drug lord Hernan Reyes, attempts to foil Dominic "Dom" Toretto and Brian O'Connor's audacious plan to steal his father's amassed fortune. Driven by a thirst for revenge, Dante strives to protect the vault containing his family's wealth. However, Dom ingeniously employs the vault as a battering ram to send Dante's heavily fortified SUV hurtling into the depths of the ocean. Miraculously, Dante survives the harrowing encounter and swears to exact his retribution upon Dom. Meanwhile, Dom finds solace in raising his young son, Brian "Little Bean" Marcos, alongside his wife Letty Ortiz. Seeking some well-deserved respite, Dom and Letty welcome a heartwarming reunion with their extended family, including Roman Pierce, Tej Parker, Ramsey, Han Lu, and Dom's beloved grandmother, Abuelita Toretto. The festivities are short-lived as the team soon receives a new mission that summons them to the vibrant city of Rome. Despite the allure of the mission, Dom and Letty decide to remain behind in their serene domesticity. However, their idyllic tranquility is shattered when cyber-terrorist Cypher, having been betrayed by her own team, because Dante possesses their loved ones. Therefore, they are left with no option but to unite with him. Arriving at Dom's doorstep, and driven by her thirst for revenge, Cypher warns Dom of Dante's nefarious plans to target his family and their imminent danger. The following day, a government operative known as Little Nobody arrives to apprehend Cypher, confirming her claims about Dante's threat. However, he reveals that he never authorized a mission for Dom's team, leading Dom and Letty to realize that they have fallen into Dante's trap. Unable to establish communication with their team, Dom and Letty embark on a treacherous journey to Rome, determined to rescue their friends. Upon reaching Rome, the team finds themselves ensnared in Dante's clutches, trapped within a truck rigged with a time bomb, ticking down relentlessly. Dom and Letty arrive just in time, their heroic intervention preventing the truck's catastrophic explosion. Nevertheless, the bomb is released, causing havoc and destruction throughout the city. Amidst the chaos, Little Nobody narrowly escapes death when a bomb planted by Dante detonates near his car. With no time to spare, Dom seizes the bomb and races against the clock, hurtling towards the river in a desperate attempt to avert catastrophe. Summoning all his skill and bravery, Dom manages to dispose of the bomb, preventing it from reaching its intended target at the Vatican. Nevertheless, the ensuing explosion leaves a trail of devastation in its wake, resulting in widespread destruction throughout the city. The blame for the catastrophic incident falls squarely on Dom and his loyal crew, branding them as international fugitives. Letty, unfortunately, falls victim to the authorities and is apprehended, while the rest of the team manages to escape, fleeing from their pursuers. A new leader, Amaze, assumes control of Mr. Nobody's organization and becomes convinced that Dom's crew is responsible for the calamity. Determined to bring them to justice, Amaze launches an aggressive manhunt. In Los Angeles, as the team navigates their newfound fugitive status, a team of specialized forces descends upon Dom's sister Mia, seeking to seize Little B, who had been under her care. However, the situation takes an unexpected turn when Dom's long-lost brother, Jacob, arrives and valiantly overpowers the squad, allowing Mia to part ways with Little B, ensuring the child's safety. Embracing their precarious circumstances, the team must find a way to survive. Tess, the daughter of Mr. Nobody, unwavering in her belief in Dom's innocence, manages to locate him by using the powerful surveillance technology known as God's Eye. She divulges Dante's true identity and warns Dom about Amaze's relentless pursuit. In a bold move, Dom embarks on a journey to Rio de Janeiro, while Tess heads to the prison where Letty is incarcerated, intentionally instigating a confrontation to facilitate Letty's escape and provide her with medical treatment, as per Dom's request. In Rio de Janeiro, Dom confronts Dante head-on, engaging in a high-stakes race. Joined by two additional street racers, Diogo, a friend of Dom's, and Isabel Neves, the sister of Little B's mother Elena Neves, whom Cypher had previously killed, Dom finds himself faced with a heart-wrenching choice. Dante reveals that he has planted bombs in the cars of the other racers, forcing Dom to make a fateful decision that will determine who lives and who perishes. Tragically, Diogo falls victim to the ensuing explosion. Yet, Dom manages to rescue Isabel just in the nick of time, narrowly averting further tragedy. Amid their struggle for survival, the crew discovers that their bank accounts have been ruthlessly hacked, leaving them destitute, with the exception of a hidden stash of cash held by the ever-prepared Roman. At the same time, Little B and his uncle Jacob were enjoying their special time together as uncle and nephew while going to their secret meeting spot as instructed by Dom to his brother. While the team was searching for supplies, they quickly discovered that anyone who reported them to the authorities would be rewarded with a huge sum of money. With no other option, the group had to approach Deckard Shaw and request his assistance. Initially hesitant, Shaw eventually agreed to help them upon discovering that his own mother was on the run for aiding Dom. On the other side, Dom and Isabel were engaged in a conversation about Elena when suddenly Isabel had a realization that her sister still had the files related to the Reyes. Dom locates one of Dante's secret prisons, discovering evidence that his family has been under constant surveillance for years. In a chilling phone call, Dante brazenly threatens to annihilate Dom's family, as Amaze and his squad arrive, planning to apprehend Dom. Letty, after receiving her medical treatment, woke up in a prison hospital with Cypher on the other bed. After hacking and rerouting the anesthetic gas, Cypher, together with Letty, aims to make their escape from the prison. However, before proceeding, they need to address some matters beforehand. At the same time, Jacob and Littleby get on the plane, and thanks to Jacob's contact, a flight attendant discreetly hands him small bottles of alcohol. They intend to use these bottles as fuel for their small plane. While Dom is being taken into custody, Amaze and his team face an attack from Dante's mercenaries. Amaze joins forces with Dom to fight them, while Dom engages in a battle with Dante himself. However, it turns out to be a trap as Dante has captured Isabel. Tess comes to Dom's aid but gets wounded by a sniper hired by Dante, who also steals God's Eye and sets off to pursue Brian in Portugal. Dom manages to rescue Isabel while Dante escapes in a helicopter. Isabel takes Tess to the hospital, and Amaze, realizing Dom's innocence, agrees to help him. The rest of Dom's crew discovers that Dante has God's Eye and heads to Portugal to stop him. In Portugal, Jacob and Littleby find themselves pursued by a group of mercenaries. They initially tried to escape, using Jacob's car with built-in cannons, popping some of the enemy's vehicles. Dom arrives in Portugal to rescue Littleby, but faces off against the remaining mercenaries. While driving away from the mercenaries, Jacob's cannon became stuck. However, Littleby took the lead and went to the back to fix it without informing his uncle. Unfortunately, this gave Dante the opportunity to snatch Littleby. Seeing his brother in danger and with his fuel supply compromised, Jacob sacrifices himself to eliminate the remaining mercenaries and buy enough time for Dom to rescue Littleby. 2 helicopters showed up to aid Dante and shot arrows with cables into Dom's car. However, Dom's vehicle is powerful and heavy enough to drag the 2 helicopters, causing them to crash into each other. After destroying 2 helicopters, Dom used the radio to inspire and encourage Littleby.
Feel the car, find your line, and fly.
Just as he had done during their driving lesson. And at the right moment and right time, Brian opened the door and leaped towards Dom's car safely and was grabbed by his father while Dante lost control and crashed through the road railings. After saving his son, they are confronted with 2 trailers set to crash into them. The plane carrying Dom's crew arrives but is destroyed later by Amaze, who is revealed to have been working for Dante all along, seemingly killing Dom's crew. Now cornered with the 2 trailers remote-controlled by Dante and left with no choice, Dom and Littleby escaped by jumping off a dam and driving away from the explosion. They survived the crash. However, Dante reveals that he has planted bombs on the dam, intending to destroy them, having meticulously studied Dom's every move. Despite their initial fight, Letty and Cypher eventually cooperate and discover that they are in Antarctica. They manage to escape and are later rescued by Giselle Yasher, who survived her fall from the plane while sacrificing herself to save Han. In a mid-credit scene, during a mission involving multiple agents, Luke Hobbs receives a call from Dante, who reveals that since Dom only crashed his father's car and Hobbs was the one who shot Hernan dead, Hobbs will be Dante's next target after Dom.
I ain't hard to find, you son.
Thanks for watching, and we appreciate your time with us. Please consider subscribing and click the bell icon so you will always get notified when we upload a video.